The following demonstration will show users how to transfer components of a fishing business as the Transferor. No fee is currently applicable for online fishing business components transfers. Fishing business components transfers are a two-party transaction. The Transferor is the seller or current business owner, and the transferee is the purchaser. This video demonstrates how to set up the Transferor transaction online where components of a fishing business are offered to the buyer. Users should ensure they are familiar with the fishing business transfer rules prior to commencing to transfer a fishing business or the components of a fishing business. Refer to the New South Wales Commercial Fisheries Administration Guide available on the Department of Primary Industries Commercial Fisheries website. From the home screen menu, click on the Fishing Business tab and select the Transfer Fishing Business Components submenu option. This opens the Transfer Fishing Business Components window. If there are any pending transactions displayed under the Pending Transactions tab, these will need to be finalised prior to any fishing business components transfer. Step 1 is to select the transfer type and the interested parties. Click on the I am transferring field drop-down button and select the Components of my fishing business option. Then click into the Fishing Business Number field drop-down button and select the fishing business the components are to be transferred from. Now click into the Registration Number field and enter the registration number of the customer the fishing business components are to be transferred to. Then click off the field to display the name. If the registration number is unknown, click on the search icon and enter the surname or company name. Click on the search button and select the customer name from the available list. Then click into the Fishing Business Number field and select the fishing business number to transfer the components to. Then click on the Proceed to Step 2 button. If any errors or warnings display, they will need to be reviewed and finalised before the transfer can be offered. Step 2 is to select the components of the fishing business. This screen displays the details of the parties transferring from, transferring to, the fishing business number and the type of fishing business. Next, select the components of the fishing business you are transferring with the quantity and selling price and any available quota if applicable. In this example, the Estuary General Mud Crab shares will be transferred. To transfer all shares, click on the All Available button. If only a portion of the shares are to be transferred, click into the Quantity field and enter the number of shares to be transferred. This screen allows the transferor to optionally enter a selling price per component and for the available quota. To enter a price, click into the Selling Price field and enter an amount to 2 decimal places. If you intend to also transfer quota, go to the Transfer Quota section and click on the All Available button for the quota or specify the quantity to be transferred. Click into the Quantity field and enter the amount of quota to be transferred. The total selling price will automatically be calculated. Check that all details in this screen are correct and then click on the Proceed to Step 3 button. Step 3 is to confirm the transfer. This screen summarizes your transfer transaction and displays an outcome of transfer message. Read this message and note there is a hyperlink to view the terms and conditions. You will need to then tick the box confirming you have full authority to offer the components of the business for transfer in order to proceed any further. This will enable the Submit Offer button. If the transferee purchaser is not a Fisher Direct user, then click on the Print Application Form button to produce a paper-based application. All parties must then sign the form and send the application to Fisheries Business Services to the address shown on the form. Any applicable paper-based fee must be paid. The transferor should then submit and confirm the Fishing Business Components transfer offer online to commit the transaction into the system. This is the same process that is expected if the transfer was to be finalised entirely online. In both these cases, click on the Submit Offer button and then click on the Confirm button, ensuring you have fully read and understood the outcome of the transfer message. A transaction receipt number will be displayed. Click on the Print icon to print a copy of this transaction for your records. Your Fishing Business Components transfer offer is now pending acceptance by the transferee purchaser. Click on the Home tab to return to the home screen. On the home screen menu, you will see a Pending Transactions tab. You will note that your offered transaction appears under this tab and that it is pending offered state. Once the transferee accepts and finalises your offer, the transfer transaction will be complete. To finalise the transaction, the transferee will be required to accept the pending transfer business transaction via their own Fisher Direct account. Or, if you are also the transferee, simply click on the Accept link from your pending transactions on the home screen. If further assistance is needed, please refer to the related video on how to accept a Fishing Business Components transfer demonstration as a transferee in Fisher Direct on the FishOnline webpage. If you are in the situation where you had to dispatch the completed paper-based form because the transferee is not a Fisher Direct account holder, Fisheries Business Services will finalise the transferee's part of the application and transaction, providing all requirements in relation to the transfer application form have been adequately met. The option to withdraw your offer is also available as long as the transferee has not accepted the transaction online. To withdraw the offer, click to view your offered transfer transaction on the home screen and then select the Withdraw Offer button. You have just viewed a demonstration on how to transfer components of a fishing business as the transferor. Please refer to the related video on how to accept a Fishing Business Components transfer demonstration as a transferee in Fisher Direct on the FishOnline webpage.